Hey guys, welcome back to Hobby Night. I am Angela, and today we are going to be opening the Warhammer Underworlds Beastgrave Hrothgorn's Mantrappers set, which I think came out a little while ago, but as we are in a weird situation right now, and I happen to have this on hand, this is what I decided to open. It's a set that I just thought would be fun. I actually don't have much goblins. Like I've never actually played any goblins like as running it as an army. I have fought them and briefly owned some orcs that I then immediately sold because it was part of a box set that I split with somebody. But I've never actually owned any for myself, so this will be my first set. We're going to take a look at the box. Let's see. Upgrade Warhammer Underworlds with this Hrothgorn's Mantrapper expansion containing the Hrothgorn Mantrappers warband and 59 unique cards to enhance your fighters. This pack provides new tactics and challenges for Warhammer Underworld's Beastgrave. So we'll go through all the contents in the box and open this up. Oh, it's a little hefty. Ooh, sorry, didn't mean to shake that camera there. So we've got our two sprues. We've got our Beastmaster guide on how to build this. Or sorry, not Beastmaster, Beastgrave. I don't know why I said. And then we've got our packs of cards, which we will look at here shortly. But let's first look at the sprues. So it looks like this one primarily has the bases and the creature, which I don't know what the name of this one is. I assume it'll be in here and I'll take a look at it, but I'm very excited to paint those. I really enjoy painting organics with the contrast paints. It's partially why, if you've been watching our vlogs, why we've been working on the Skaven, is because they're just really fun to paint and easy to build. So got all those. We have some cool pieces here. We've got this lion face, it looks like, or at least kind of lionish. We've got some traps, of course, because they are the Mantrappers. And yeah, so that's that sprue. We'll take a look at the next one now. Couple more bases, and then our main guy here, his giant crossbow, and face, and looks like arms. So not too hard to build. The goblins look like they're in not too many pieces, so that should go fairly quickly. But let's go ahead and take a look at exactly what the build guide is. So of course they give you all of their warnings. And we have first steps, so he's about 7 or so pieces, not too bad. Then we have the goblins, his little, I assume, helpers who go put all the traps out for him. I'm assuming he's an ogre of some variety. He's definitely larger than a standard, like, well, obviously he wouldn't be a human if he was with goblins, but I'm assuming he's an ogre. And then the back with the hound, cat, saber-tooth tiger creature, which is exciting. And then all of the family together. I like how I didn't actually realize this when I looked at the back of the box. I didn't realize that the bear trap, or the man trap, I guess, was literally its own piece. That's pretty cool. I wonder how that gets used in the game. Maybe the cards will tell us. Let's take a look at those next. So I believe this is the deck 2, so we'll do this one first. Oh no. This may be difficult, guys. I hadn't thought about my nails. We're just gonna hand this off camera. Oh, there's a knife. Hold on, I found a knife. Everything's fine. Oop, there we go. Sorry about that. Slightly new setup. Obviously, we've never done the face cams before on the unboxing. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. But a little bit new for us. Still getting used to the setup. So we've got our cards. So, Hrothgorn's Mantrappers. Hrothgorn and his party of hanger-ons were... that is what it says, hanger-ons, were ranging ahead of their Elfrostun when the Iceburrow hunter caught what he thought was the scent of an abundant prey beast somewhere up ahead. The group hungrily followed the trail, which led into a series of winding tunnels. the legend of Beastgrave is well known amongst the ogre man tribes. Ma tribes, I'm sorry, I misspoke there. And it was not long before Hrothgorn realized they had been lured into the gullet of that infamous mountain. There was no true food to be found in these echoing caverns, only an endless purgatory of hunger and death. Once the hunter had spent his initial frustrations upon the scores of Beastgrave's other victims, Hrothgorn set about finding a way out, his ragtag entourage always at his heels. Neat. So then we've got the back of the card here showing Hrothgorn, his saber cat thing, and his goblins. Bushwhacker is his name. So he has...
Close the knife.
Let me just close that, sorry. All right, Bushwhacker. All right, reaction. After an activation, if there is no friendly trap model on the battlefield and this fighter has no charge tokens, place a friendly trap model in any adjacent empty hex and give this fighter a charge token. If another fighter moves into, is pushed into, or is placed in that trap hex, that fighter is dealt 2 damage and the trap is removed. Okay, so you can just set these up. I wonder if you can only put the 1 down because you only have 1. Or if you can actually like get more in the game somehow and use them. I wonder if you can have like a token for it or something so other people can set traps, but maybe he's the only one who can do it. Let's see. The other information on the card is an enemy fighter adjacent to your leader is taken out of action. Stats are all 1 at the top, and then we have a 3 here and a 1 here, which I think is its evade maybe, and then possibly its wounds. We've got then Hrothgorn Mantrapper himself. He has each enemy fighter is a quarry. Trap launcher reaction. After this attack action, if it's succeeded, push the target up to 1 hex closer to this fighter. Okay, so he can like pull guys kind of towards him or push them towards him, I guess. That's pretty cool. And we've got all of his stats here. And then on the backside, which let me real quick jump back to Bushwhacker. He's here. So that's his, I don't remember what they call it. I think it's Enlightened or Awoken or something like that. But when they flip their card over. So that is his other side. Looks like he gets some stat boosts, which I think is typically what happens with that. Then we have Luggett and Thwack. Beaten Club. +1 dice if there are fewer than 2 wound tokens on this fighter card. Reaction. After this attack action, if there were fewer successes in the attack roll than the defense roll, push the target 1 hex. So this army definitely seems to be all about forcing movement, which makes sense if you're trying to like get guys into your trap or towards, Hrothgorn and everything, then that makes a lot of sense and everything. It sounds like it'd actually be kind of fun to play. I do enjoy push and pull mechanics in games when it comes to like moving other characters around as well as being able to move yourself. That's always kind of neat. And then this is the backside of his card. So again, some little bit of stat upgrade. Then we have Quiv. While this fighter is adjacent to a friendly Hrothgorn, you can re-roll 1 attack dice in the attack rolls for that fighter. Trap launcher attack action. For that fighter's trap launcher attack action. Okay, that's cool. So then they all buff each other, which is really neat, of course. I mean, they are a warband. They should probably help one another. And then here is the backside of his card. And then, oh my goodness, how do you even pronounce that? Thrafnir? Thrafnir? I have no idea. Tell me in the comments which you like more, Thrafnir or Thrafnir. Or if I'm just completely mispronouncing it, tell me how to do so in the comments. I don't know how you're going to do that super well, but try it. This fighter cannot be given attack action upgrades and cannot hold objectives. So he is literally just there to run around and attack people and not actually hold objectives or anything, which makes sense. It's a beast. It's not going to have the intelligence to stay on that, even no matter how well trained it is. And here is its backside of the card. Ooh, it actually did it actually have a changed rule? It did. None of the other ones have had a changed rule yet. So elongated fangs, you can reroll 1 dice in the attack roll. This fighter cannot be given, okay, so the bottom portion is the same, but it actually gets an additional rule when you flip it over. That's actually pretty cool. I don't think, yeah, none of the other ones got that. They all just have the same information. I'm looking at the other cards slightly off screen. I know you probably can't see that, but neat. All right, and then for the rest of these cards, we're gonna do like what we did before with the other Beastgrave set. I'm going to read the titles of the cards, but we're not actually gonna go over each individual rule because I don't wanna be here all day and you don't wanna be here all day, so let's just not be here all day. We've got Carnivorous Senses, Driven Onwards, Frozen Earth, Nobbler's Scramble, Gotcha! Icy Breath, More Traps, Near Miss, Quick Snack, Ravenous Fury, Desperate Prey, or Parry, Famed Hunter, Hunting Beast, Living Avalanche, Massive Bulk, Plucky Pear, Savage Instincts, Scion of the Everwinter, very dramatic, Toughened Hide, Veteran Hunter, Always Moving, Armor of the Everwinter, Boxed In, Butchering, Dinner Time, Extra Crunchy, Flush Them Out, Hunter's Feast, Momentarily Sated, Surprising Competence, Top of the Food Chain, Unexpected Cunning. I feel like those are all very on theme for certain. All right, let's get this other pack open. Maybe. There we go. All right. We have next Blindside, Buried Instinct, Chain Attack, Dragged into Darkness, Rock Snake Toxin, Sudden Scarcity, Unnatural Truce, Vicious Beast, Wild Form, which looks cool, Amberbone Spear, Binding Chain, Cryptic Companion, Finishing Blow, Hunter's Caution, Mandibles of the Grub, interesting, Quintox Combative Cantrip, Terrifying Aura, Victor's Speed, Against the Wall, Aggressive Strategy, Blaze a Trail, Rising Power, Skilled Duelist, Team Effort, Triumphant Hunt, Uncontested, and Unexpected Pitfall. So those are all the cards in the set, both a mix of what looked like equipment as well as your abilities, which you use to build your deck and everything for the game. And, you know, of course, I was gonna be like, they didn't actually give you bases for this. I forget that they give you all the fancy decorative ones. Hey guys, welcome back. I have the team all built up, slightly off camera here, and we'll take a look at them. So we're gonna start with Bushwhacker. We'll put his card there, and we will take a look at him. So he was pretty simple. I think he was 3 pieces, 4 if you include the base and everything. He comes with his little trap, which is built separately, which is quite cute. And then here is him. We'll spin him around for you. He's just carrying a couple traps. I do like that each of the models in this one have a unique thing that they do for it. I feel like when I did the Beastgrave set for the Worm Spat, they all did unique things, but since it was just 2 Plague Marines, they weren't super unique, whereas each of these goblins does something cool, which is always fun, and goblin units I find tend to do that. Even in the main game, like you can have some cool character goblins as well as orcs and everything that always do some neat stuff. But let's take a look next at Quiv. So he is our spear guy. He's the one that I believe gives a reroll when attack on the attack dice, an attack roll for the fighter's trap launcher attack action. I like the fur pattern here with his little cloth that goes over his shoulder. They get some really nice details, and I think I've said this before, out of these Beastgrave and Warcry sets. They are all the, I didn't mention this while we were looking at the sprues, but you guys may have noticed, they were all the easy to build, so you just push them together. I did use some glue because I find occasionally with the easy to builds, they tend to get the biggest gaps in sometimes, depending on if the pin doesn't go in fully as they intend. So I tend to use a little bit of glue just to seal them shut. Next we have Luggett and Thwack, the pair that is holding each other up. They are very supportive of one another, as we all should be in this time. You know, staying home, being safe, make sure we're all washing our hands. They are clearly not practicing social distancing very well, but they obviously live together, so if one of them gets it, the other's probably getting it. I guess it doesn't matter. But everybody else, make sure you're practicing social distancing. This has been a public service announcement by Angela. Thank you. But he's pretty cool. I actually really liked them. He was one actually that was having a little bit of a gap problem on specifically this arm and leg. It just was not fully connecting, so I used a little bit of glue to seal it. But that is them. And then we have Tharfner, the kitty cat. John thinks it's called Thrafnir. I still want you guys to tell me what you think in the comments. He actually was the biggest problem with gaps. He even still has a little bit of some here in these seams of his 2 pieces. Like his body was just 2 pieces and he pushed them together. And it didn't quite want to go, so you can see a little bit of a reflectiveness from where I glued it. But I sealed it well enough. I think it'll go fine with cleaning. Or with painting rather. The reason specifically on like these types of creatures, I really want to make sure that gap is gone, is because this is a flat surface, and contrast does not always work the best on flat surfaces. Now you can make it work, obviously, what I did with the Spy Ranks, but it can be a little tougher.
Or use a different paint.
You can also use non-contrast paints, like bases and layers, and normal paints are good too, but listen, I like contrast. It makes it easier and faster for me, and it makes me actually get stuff done, so I just keep using it. But he's a little Sabretooth. I like him. I think he's actually... God, they're all good models. I don't know who's my favorite. Actually, it's probably our next fellow. The main event, if you will. The Beast. Hrothgorn Mantrapper. He is really cool, actually. He's quite detailed. Went together very, very well. I really dig this miniature. I actually like a lot of the ogre miniatures. I have the... What? Oh, I know, it's a great bow. I really like the bear trap, or the man trap, that is attached to it. I hope it doesn't actually hinder him firing it. But whatever. He can do what he wants. He is a large, scary creature. But the thing I was going to say is I have several of him now, or this style of creature from the Age of Sigmar universe, like the ogres. Because I have the 2, or at least the 1 beast, or Warcry set that I opened up. I have this guy now. And I do actually have a Feast of Bones set that came out with the Ossiarch Bone Reapers. So I have all of those guys because I really wanted the main leader guy that I know released recently individually, but at the time when that set came out, I don't think they had announced that they were going to put them out separately, and I really wanted him because I thought he was really cool looking and would be fun to paint. So partially why we got that set, because I also want the OCR Bone Reapers. But he has been really cool to build. I might do a painting video for these guys later on. I've not really painted, like I said, goblins before. And he should be a lot of fun because you could do a lot of cool stuff with all the various leather colors and everything on him. So you might see that in the future, or possibly on a vlog while the quarantine continues. But I hope you all have enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.